What's going on, Clashers? Welcome back to another video right here. I'm your host Stride, representing Synchronic Gaming, and today we have Robin's Hood taking on Synchronic. We have Simon incoming first on this one, in with the Super Dragons, King over at the 6 o'clock side with the Queen, Siege Barracks over at the 3 o'clock section as well, Raid Spell pushing all these balloons, and the Super Dragons over the Town Hall, Invis Spell behind the Town Hall, so it's not too fine. We do pop that Warden ability right as this Town Hall blast goes off, just to protect these Super Dragons just a little bit. The Siege Barracks working very nicely at the 3 o'clock side. Super Dragons should be able to push forward. Royal Champion now is being deployed at the 2 o'clock side to pick off the Wizard Tower and the Scatter, whilst the Super Dragons push through the base. Unfortunately, a couple of them are getting pulled over by these Ice Golems, which can be a little bit problematic. King being popped over at the 9 o'clock side of the base. Super Minions coming on out of that Siege Barracks as well, assisting the Super Drags to push on forward. We still have 2 more Rages. One of them has been deployed to push the Super Drags on the right hand side a little bit in towards the multi-target Inferno, where the double ricochet cannon do lay, and the Eagle on the back end. We have got that Queen and the King as well. RC ability finally popping up as well. Down go all the defenses, and look at the time on this attack. 1 minute and 10 seconds it took Simon to take it down. GG's to him. Second attack of the war now in. First one for Robin's Hood. We have Tush Guy incoming with the he's coming in with the Super Witches right here. Warden walk over at the 12 o'clock side of the base. Let's see what he is able to do right here. Shouldn't be too bad at the moment. Fireball coming in for that multi-inferno with the invis, stopping the bomb tower and as well as the Queen. Great fireball with the earthquake, getting some monster value right here. Warden ends up taking down the Queen as well, which is fantastic. Super Witches now pulling the Warden behind them, which is huge. Super Wall Breaker giving them accessibility towards that Expo. Most likely going to incorporate that drum spell in towards that Eagle Artillery section, which shouldn't be too bad. Siege Barrack is going to make quick work of that King, but our King is kind of slowly getting taken down. Finally takes down that whole compartment. No drum spell being incorporated just yet. We had another Super Wall Breaker giving accessibility to the Eagle, as well as these multi-arch towers right here as well. So we're going to aim to jump directly over this Town Hall, which might not be too bad, to be honest. Let's see what we're able to do right here. Are we going to be able to get the job done? Valkyries coming on out of that Siege Barracks as well. Ice Golems are going to be stalling up these big boys and these Super Witches right here, which may be a little bit unfortunate, because the Town Hall is going to burn them up just a little bit. But the healers switching right here is going to be absolutely huge for Tushkai of a Robin's Hood. Now moving on forward, have 1 more heal spell remaining, still have 1 free spell left to incorporate right here. Also freeze on the ricochet cannon, allowing the Queen to pick up the multi, also allowing her to pick up this ricochet. Town Hall finally goes down with the assistance of the Valkyries right there. Super Witches are going to take the jump spell. There's not a lot of Super Witches remaining. Tesla farm over at the 3 o'clock side of the base as well. Queen finally goes to ability. Royal Champion needs to be deployed at the 4 o'clock side of the base, going over towards that multi-mortar. Now he's going to step in for the Wizard Tower and hopefully be able to take care of that Tesla farm, but it's going to be a lot of damage on this Royal Champion, considering she doesn't have a Hog Puppet. Only a Haste File and an RCC Concealed, which may be a little bit helpful, but we're going to see how it manages to help push through. We need the Fox to stay alive, which it does do right there. The Ground Expo not going down could be a little bit of an issue. This is kind of looking like a defense with that Mono still staying up. We forced that RC ability with the Fox going down. We're not going to see this RC go invisible again. Down she does go, and that is going to be a defense for the first attack of the War of Robin's Hood. Synchronic looking really strong at the moment on defense, so this is going to be great for them. Now Tushkai is going to aim to get as much percentage as he humanly possibly can, but is it going to be enough to get the job done? Unfortunately for him, it's going to be a relatively low percent, 84% at the moment. Won't be able to get that 85. That's going to be a nice try, and it's going to be GG's to them. Second line of attackers is now in Philip, incoming for Synchronic Gaming, trying to take down Tushkai, who just unfortunately wasn't able to get the job done. So we have Rocket Loons coming in for the AD over at the 9 o'clock side of the base. A couple more Loons to pick off this Arch Tower as well. King and Queen over at the 12 o'clock section of the base to work their way down, hopefully picking up the AD. E-Dragons now deployed so that the King can finally take the right pathing. Couple of Loons to tank for these E-Dragons again. Warden directly in behind. Stone Slammer as well incorporated right here. We do have a Skelly tanking for that single target Inferno. Double Rage spell on these E-Drags to push them forward in towards the Town Hall section as well. King will have to force his ability relatively soon. Freeze on the sweeper on the back end behind the Town Hall. E-Dragons are splitting pretty nicely right here, which is going to be huge for Philip to get the job done as quickly as possible right here. Towhall is going to be going down very, very soon. We tried to freeze that poison tower, but it was a little bit slow on the freeze. Not too much of a big deal right here. One more freeze spell remaining. Is it going to be incorporated over that single target Inferno? E-Dragons are going down by that single, which could be a little bit scary. RC now ends up coming in for the multi-arch tower, as well as picking off that single target Inferno. We do have the Royal Champion ability. Beautiful freeze right there on the opposing hero on that single target Inferno. Down it goes, and now it's all down to these E-Drags to get the job done, as well as the king. But look at the time as well. It's going to be another super fast attack with that one super drag clutching up the scatter at the top side of the base, and it's all going to be down to clean up right here. RC is definitely going to help with that. The E-Drags are going to be assisting with that as well. Beautifully done by Philip of Synchronic Gaming, coming on in with the second hit, managing to pick off the 3-star. It isn't going to be as quick as he likes, but it is that triple which is going to be very important in this war, since Robin Hood did unfortunately miss their first attack. Mr. C is now in for Robin Hood. Let's see what they can do against Philip. Incoming with the E-Drags of their own right here, trying to pick up the speed a little bit, and as well as get that 3-star, which is going to be very, very important right here. So we get the king over at the 6 o'clock side, E-Drag working over at the 3 o'clock section as well. Most likely going to be sending these remainder of the E-Drags in towards the Teslas and the Ricochet cannon, but we're going to see there we have it. E-Drags are down. Now the queen in behind the king right here, trying to pick off this monolith as quickly as possible, set pathing for these E-Drags to push on forward. Blimp now incoming behind these E-Drags, going to pop that Tom double raid spell, forcing these E-Drags to push forward behind that Blimp. Blimp should definitely make the Town Hall to freeze the sweeper that would have pushed this Blimp away. Rage over that Town Hall. Town Hall goes down. Ice Golems do get pulled. The E-Draggers are going to get stalled up by these Ice Golems, which is a little bit scary at the moment, because they are going to be in the face of these double single target Infernos as well, which is a little bit scary. Now moving on forward, Royal Champion on the Ricochet cannon at the 7 o'clock side of the base, working her way up towards the 9 o'clock section, which should be not too bad at the moment. Tesla farm found over at the Warden Tower at the 12 o'clock section of the base. We freeze the single and the queen one more time, should be able to neutralize both of them, and you do that very, very easily. Baby Dragon deployed for cleanup on the Dark Spell Factory to pick off this Wizard Tower as well. Plenty of E-Dragons left, plenty of firepower remaining right here, should be able to be more than enough to get the job done and pick off this triple finally for Robin Hood, which is going to be very, very important for them, since they did miss their first attack. They need to definitely push forward and pick up these triples to kind of have a little bit of pressure on Synchronic, making sure that they don't fail, and if they do, then they have a chance to get right back into this war. But unfortunately right here, it is going to be a 3-star base, going to be a little bit slow as well, but GG's to Mr. C for keeping this war a bit interesting. Next line of attackers is now in Einstein, incoming against Demolisher Robin Hood. He has Queen Charge Valkyries. Oh my goodness. Let's see what he's able to muster up right here. Queen over at the 6 o'clock side of the base, making things work, and we're starting the charge from there, which is going to be very, very nice. Let's see the value that he can get with those 5 super wall breakers. So he's intending a deep charge with this Queen Charge, and then kind of having the Valkyries kind of maybe rush the core of the base. I'm not entirely sure, but we're definitely going to be finding out what the plan's going to be for Einstein right here. Queen stepping into that multi-target Inferno double Expo compartment rage spell on her to keep her alive just a little bit longer. Wall break at the 3 o'clock side, most likely going to be forcing the king inside of there, but we'll see. We're trying to keep this queen alive. This double Expo, one of them being rage, was causing a little bit of damage. Flame Flinger doing great work at the 6 o'clock side as well. We're quaking over that Town Hall, getting it active for some reason. I'm not too sure why. Freezing the Ricochet cannon, freezing the multi-Inferno. King coming on in now. Valkyries are incoming as well with the king to push in towards that monolith compartment. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. Wallbreaker coming on in to open up and give them accessibility right there as well. Warden ability time to absolute perfection, catching every single troop inside of that Tom. Now this queen is under intense damage. She's going to get forced to ability, which is completely fine, because now it negates all the pressure on top of these Valkyries, which is going to assist the queen in getting a little bit more damage. And oh, we earthquake the Town Hall, so the Flame Flinger could activate it. There's actually a bit of genius right there from Einstein. I didn't quite realize that that's why these guys are the pros, and we're just here to spectate and show off their greatness right here. Flame Flinger doing great work. Town Hall goes down. Healers survive because of that invis right there as well. RC yet to be deployed, finally deploying her from the 1 o'clock side to pick off the back end multi-archer tower, as well as the remaining defenses. But this is absolutely crushed by Einstein. It's going to be a little bit slower, but it's completely fine because time is completely out the window, and as well Root Ride is being banned in this one. We're going to see a lot more creative hits, just like we just see with the Queen charge of Valkyries right here for Einstein. Beautiful attack right there, still has that king ability, finally popping it for a cleanup. That's going to be very, very well done from Synchronic. Einstein stepping up and getting another 3-star for his team. Beautifully done by him. Here we go, next attacker in Jishnu for Robin Hood. E-Dragons incoming, King and Queen over at the 9 o'clock side, E-Dragons deployed at the 10 o'clock section. Baby Dragon make a nice little pathing for these E-Drags at the 12 o'clock side. Rage spell is placed to push these E-Dragons a little bit forward. Warden Tunnel Tom assisting to reduce their damage intake to 0. Now here come the E-Drags picking off that Town Hall as well, splitting over towards that multi-inferno and the ricochet compartment right there. Very nicely done. Freeze on that monolith and as well as the Queen, because we want to ensure that those two are frozen so we can take them down relatively easily. Stone Slammer right here assisting beautifully for these E-Dragons right there, tanking for that single target inferno. We do end up seeing that the Stone Slammer does have a Super Dragon in it, which is going to be very, very helpful on the back end in picking off some of these key defenses right there as well. Super Dragon's doing a ton of damage. Queen still has ability, finally going to force it. Oh, she doesn't have a healer puppet. That's a little bit interesting right there. RC is going to be used to pop that ability at the 4 o'clock side of the base. She should assist in sweeping everything up as the Phoenix picks off the multi-inferno. Freeze on top of the spell tower, as well as the Expo and the scatter goes down. We invis over the spell tower unfortunately, but it should be fine. It's going to definitely be a 3-star for Jinshure. It's going to be relatively quick as well, and this keeps his team in this war, putting a little bit of pressure on Synchronic to ensure that they keep on 3-starring so that Robin Hood cannot catch up. But Mark is now coming on in for Synchronic Gaming as the 4th attacker right here, in with a Queen charge Lalo. Queen over at the 1 o'clock side, Flame Flinger at the 12 o'clock section, wall breaking into this Eagle artillery compartment as well. We have a frozen arrow on that Queen as she's going to power on through all of this bottom side of the base. We need to funnel that more definitely to ensure that this Queen steps in. She steps in fine on her own, which is a-okay. Here comes the King now. At the 3 o'clock side, Queen is taking a little bit of damage. Need to be a bit careful. Invis Tower is going to put her in the face of danger right here as well, moving her a little bit forward, but he's able to maintain the Queen with the spells. Beautifully done. Another rage spell now. The Queen should be completely fine, should be able to neutralize both of these scatters. We have the super wall breaker on the Elixir story, didn't give accessibility towards the AD, but the Queen can definitely reach it over the wall. Another super wall breaker incoming now to give the Queen accessibility into the middle of the base. This is going to be huge. We realize that the Queen's not going to step for that AD, so we send the Royal Champion in there to kind of flank as the King moves forward. Queen is going to be able to pick off this enemy Queen. RC is going to be able to work its way down right here. CC is coming out, triple ice golem as well as these archers. Queen picks off the Town Hall, then deals with this CC secondly, which is going to be absolutely huge for the Queen because it keeps it out of this Town Hall poison, which is exactly what we want. King ability has been burnt, but he's cleared the whole bottom side. Might be able to get that Expo over the wall, which he does perfectly. Now, are we going to keep this RC alive? We end up popping it to face her just a little bit. Queen is still stuck on the ice golems right here as well. We have got 10 more loons remaining. A couple of the loons are deployed over at the 5 o'clock side of the base. RC locks on towards that multi-target inferno. These balloons are just going to be used as cleanup. This was an absolutely monstrous Queen charge and a hero dive by Mark of Synchronic Gaming, getting the job done, getting the 3-star in textbook fashion, swagging the Warden ability, swagging that Queen ability, swagging a rage and a freeze. Absolutely beautiful attack coming on in by Mark of Synchronic Gaming, getting the job done, picking off these triples, ensuring that his team stays ahead. An absolutely fantastic hit by him. Very, very nicely done. There you go. Demolisher is now in for Robin Hood, in with the Super Bowlers on this one. Oh, we're starting off with a Queen. Oh, we have the squid on the Queen right here. Oh, we have the squid or the octopus or whatever you want to call it, and she's taking down these defenses. Very nicely done so far, but this is putting the Queen in an absolutely dangerous spot. Now we recall the Queen. Okay, that was a very, very interesting right there. She was managed to clear that whole compartment, which is absolutely huge. Squid still in effect for the Queen right here as well, as she is going to continue to target defenses, which is a little bit of an added bonus right here for Demolisher for sure. Queen is now have the effects of the squid worn off. Flame Flinger at the 3 o'clock side. Everything is frozen up in front of the monolith, which is a little bit scary. We don't have any more super wall breakers. These king and the super ballers are going the other way. Finally, they're coming on back right here in support of the queen, but there's not. Oh, there is 2 more super ballers kind of trailing behind. Jump spell over that multi-single target in front of Town Hall area right here to push on forward of the base and try to get the job done. It's looking a little bit dicey at the moment because these super ballers kind of fizzled out very early on, very quickly. So we have this Town Hall that's been activated. Queen's going to be able to pick that off relatively easily. No pressure whatsoever right here. RC from the 12 o'clock side getting the job done. King popping that ability as well. Fantastically done at the moment. No more super ballers left. Scatter's targeting those healers, which is going to allow the screen to end up going on down, and this is looking like it's going to be a defense again for Synchronic Gaming. It looks like Mark is definitely going to be holding up a defense right here after getting that monster triple that he just was able to get. Royal Champion though still does have ability, but I feel like it's far too much base because she's going to have to fight through this king as well, as the multi infernos and the ricochet cannon and the scatter on the back end and the RC on the back end as well. Even with that flame flinger being alive, it's on low health, so it's going to pop relatively soon. This queen's going to get absolutely, so this Royal Champion's going to get absolutely humbled once she comes off of the fox right there, and there you have it. Down she is going to go. So now this is where things start to get a little bit scary. We don't have a king ability, we don't have a queen ability, no more healers remaining. Super Dragon isn't going to be able to help too much, and now it's all down to how much percentage are we going to be able to get right here as well. Only 40 seconds remaining as these heroes are going to try to get the job done, as the heroes are relatively strong, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's going to be enough right here, as they have a couple of walls that they're going to have to get through, so time is going to be a little bit problematic as well as the defenses that are remaining, because the ricochet cannon hits like an absolute truck right here at the same time as well. And that being said, the warden's going to go down. It looks like the queen did end up going on down as well. The king's going to fall a little bit short, might come back to the phoenix, but that is it, man. Very nice try by Demolisher of Robin's Hood, but unfortunately it's just not going to be enough, and it's going to be a 90% 2-star from them. General X incoming now for Synchronic Gaming. Oh my god, General X coming on in with the Lalo. Never thought I'd see this before, but we are. So we have got the king over at the 2 o'clock side with the super wall breaker giving him accessibility right there. We have a little bit of a warden walk at the 6 o'clock side as well. Very interesting. Queen over at the 1 o'clock section of the about the 2 o'clock section. King came in from the 4 o'clock side. Skelly to tank for that king just a little bit as he can power on through. Ooh, log launcher trying to push all the way through. This is a very interesting attack, I must say, by General X. King clearing that whole 3 o'clock compartment. We have a golem tanking for the queen. She's going to be able to pick off this town hall is the plan. Invis tower going off nice and early right there. Queen is going to neutralize the enemy king right here relatively quickly. Warden is clearing up the 6 o'clock side very nicely as well. Now the Warden joins forces with this Royal Champion. Is that RC going to be able to pick off all of these multis in the core of the base? Because if she can't, that's going to be very problematic for Mr. C. Queen's going to pop that ability. Down goes that Town Hall. Yetis came out of the log launcher and they cleared the back end of the Town Hall as well. Oh my god, this is absolutely crazy. Here goes the RC for the multi, and now we only have the Lalo for that 9 o'clock compartment. Are you kidding me? This is going to be some incredible attacking prowess from General X of Synchronic Gaming to come on in and absolutely attack this base from all angles right here. The Lalo honestly may not have even been needed. Beautifully executed by him. The RC dive was absolutely phenomenal. The log launcher was incredible. Sui on point right there, and this was just a beautifully well executed attack, making it look so flawless, so easy right there. Getting the job done, swagging those freezes, and there we go. The captain himself getting the perfect war for Synchronic Gaming. Attack of the war is now in. Robin Hood incoming for Chaos incoming for Robin Hood right here, trying to get the job done. Queen charge. Oh no, it's a warden walk again. We got super borders again on this one. Let's see what Chaos is able to do siege barracks over at the 9 o'clock side of the base, trying to get the job done right here. A couple of balloons to take down the cannon right there as well. Not looking too bad at the moment. Warden is wanting to pick off this ground expo right here just to reduce a little bit damage, otherwise the healers will never switch off of the Warden, so we do need to be a little bit careful about that. Queen now incoming to pull this Warden away. King, Ice Golem, Super Ballers are down. That expo is going to be a little bit annoying until the Queen can potentially snipe it off. Jump spell now giving everything accessibility for this Town Hall. Triple Ice Golem coming on. Our Warden ability is going to have to be fired off sooner rather than later. The expo taking it to very low HP as well. Warden ability essentially forced right here by the expo. We do miss a couple of ballers right here. Everything is slowly starting to store up. This is going to be a huge issue, so we send the Royal Champion in to pick off the ground expo and also to pick off this monolith right there as well. It's still looking relatively decent at the moment. One more red spell remaining. I say decent, but everything is starting to fizzle out in the middle, as well as these healers never really switching off to anything of use. The Queen is in the middle of the base. We're trying to drop a couple of more balloons. The Yeti's coming out of the siege barrack. We'll be able to pick off this Eagle artillery, but is it going to be enough? Fox goes down right there by the ricochet cannon. RC is going to pop her ability, but once she comes out of that invisibility, she's going to take a ton of damage, and this is looking like it's going to be another defense for Synchronic. Not looking like Chaos or Robin Hood's going to get the job done. The Warden sniping off the RC on the back end right here. Only one Queen still remaining and the Warden, and it's not going to be enough time, not enough damage to get through the remainder of this base. It's going to be a nice try coming on from Chaos of Robin Hood. A couple of wizards over at the top side as well, but evidently this Queen has to beat too many walls to be able to pick off all the defenses on this base, and it's just going to be unlikely with the time remaining. It's going to be a very nice try. Robin's Hood definitely put up a good war right here. They pushed Synchronic all the way, came in with a couple of super ballers hit that didn't quite work out for them, but they did have some nice hits in there as well. So very well done by them. This was a great war by Synchronic though. They were able to pick off some incredible 3 stars. We saw Super Dragons, E-Dragons, Queen Charge Valkyries, we saw Queen Charge Lalo. We also saw an incredible Sui Lalo by General X. Fantastic stuff by Synchronic Gaming. Robin's Hood, unfortunately they are going to be falling a little bit short. The victory is going to go to Synchronic Gaming, but anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, remember drop a like, comment, subscribe and all of that good stuff, and we'll catch you tomorrow for some more Clash of Clans content.